BNP Paribas, partenaire des plus belles histoires de Roland-Garros, aux côtés des ramasseurs de balles depuis plus de 50 ans.
Yeah, it was a tough match. I didn't play a good match, but I also didn't play a bad match. I mean, I thought he played incredibly well. He didn't allow me to play my tennis. I don't think I've reached my best level this week. And then today, just a couple of dips here and there, and he took advantage. And usually, when you play someone like Alexander, he's quite up and down with his level. But he was completely locked in, and he's obviously been that way this week, and that's why he's beaten dominé and top players. And yeah, it hurts a lot, but I just move on.
Bad luck, Jack. Great fight. Yeah, just obviously he was zoning and attacking with the drop shots as well. How tough is it for you to kind of figure out what you need to do and to think clearly when he's coming at you so fast, I guess?
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. Obviously, his served incredibly well, hitting his spots well. Off the ground strokes, whenever I dropped it a little bit short, he was using that drop shot. I don't know how many drop shots he hit, but I don't think he missed hardly any either, and they were all incredibly good. And then that is tough because when you know that's coming, but yeah, he can unload on a forehand as well. You just don't know what to do. And yeah, like I said, usually his level would dip in and out, and there'd be a lot of sporadic stuff going on. But credit to him, I mean, he was very locked in, and his level didn't drop hardly at all.
As good as Bublik was, do you feel it's a missed opportunity? Because being the number 5 seed, there's an expectation you have to be quarterfinals minimum. Yeah. Do you look at it like that? How do you assess it?
Yeah, of course. I'm incredibly disappointed with the result. Obviously, I'm coming into the clay court season having barely won any matches on the clay before. I keep that in mind, obviously, but I felt good. I felt good coming into this tournament. I felt like my level was building, and then today, it's a really, really tough loss to take for me. But my journey, even though I've come up quickly this year, and I've got myself to a high ranking, it's always been a steep learning curve for me. It's always been a lot of adversity, a lot of injuries, a lot of setbacks, and this is just another one of those tough matches. I'll learn from it, and I'll get better, and I'll use it to my advantage.
When you went off court just before the fourth, I'm just wondering if you could tell us what was going through your mind at that stage, and do you still have a lot of belief that you could turn things around, because it was a difficult third? Yeah, no, the third set I let myself down for sure. Come out, I got broken, and then had chances in the 2-1 game, and then played a really poor 3-1 game to go 4-1, and then the set ended. But I still believed, obviously, my level could have been better, of course, and that even though he was playing well, stepping on and everything, there was a chance that his level would drop. Obviously, come out first game of the fourth, and he hits 4 clean winners, I think. So it was difficult, but yeah, I mean, I had always had the belief I could turn things around. It was just he was playing the better tennis. Yeah.
I'm sure you weren't looking kind of further ahead in the draw than Alex, but the two guys that you sort of measure yourself against, that you're chasing a Yannick and Carlos. So how disappointing is it to miss out on the potential opportunity to test yourself again against Yannick at a Grand Slam? Yeah, big time for sure. I still think I'm a long way behind those boys a little bit. I still got a lot to learn. If you look at probably the ATP matches, how many matches they've probably played double the amount that I've played. They're probably a year, 2 years ahead of me, and obviously achieved a lot more experience. So I do have a lot to do to catch up with them, in all honesty. My level's getting better all the time, but it's not just the tennis. It's the maturity, the consistency of what they're doing. Even though I've been more consistent, it's doing it when it matters, and these are the tournaments that matters. So I've got a lot to go still to get to them, and I think that I'm working hard and doing the right things, and we'll see. But yeah, definitely really difficult not to get that opportunity to play a Yannick or whoever it is in the quarters.
Yeah. More Grand Slam experience for you here. How will you regroup for Wimbledon now, and you're ready to try and get your best ever performance there and go deep there? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, although I'm obviously gutted to have lost today and stuff, I'm going to be very happy to get off the clay. you know, that's just a fact. You know, I'm not. I'm really proud of my ability to have adapted and to accept the challenge of being on the clay. You know, I was thinking coming into it that I'm gonna really show myself this year on the clay and do well. In Monte Carlo, I played there and I lost to Fokina, and I was thinking like, you know, this is going to be a disaster. But then going week to week, I've really built and I've learnt a lot, and I've got better. I've come here, won 3 matches, made 4th round. Not playing probably my best tennis that I was playing in Madrid and Rome. But yeah, definitely I'll be happy to get on a faster surface, a surface that I'm much more comfortable moving on. And yeah, I'll look forward to being back home, being on the grass for sure.
Hey Jack, tough one today. Just wonder when Alexander's kind of peaking, like he was for much of today, how good is his level? I mean, is he like, you know, like playing one of the top guys?
I mean, look, I don't know. I think it's tough. You know, was he playing that way because I was allowing him to maybe play that way? I'm not sure. But definitely, yeah. I mean, he's got an incredible serve. His backhand he barely missed today. Forehand didn't really miss. Moved well. Was hitting incredible drop shots all round. You know, I don't play many matches where like I feel like it's almost out of my control what's going on. And he made that happen today, and that's what top players do. They make you feel extremely uncomfortable, and they make you feel like you can't do much. And he did that today, and yeah, I'm not sure, but I don't think he would have played many better matches than today. I don't think, but he can be the judge of that. But he was exceptional, and credit to him. Played great level.
Hi Jack, bad luck today. Just throwing forward to the grass a little bit. Obviously, being a British player at Wimbledon comes with a lot of hoo-ha, no matter who you are. But given your status in the game now, there's going to be a lot of hype, a lot of attention. Do you have any anxiety about that? Do you feel ready for it?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't thought about it too much. In all honesty, I've been focused on what I've been doing here. You know, I've obviously spoken in the past about being anxious and the stuff at the US Open and all those sort of things, but I had to learn also a lot about the reason why I was throwing up at US Open. I found out was to do with the fact that I was taking lots of painkillers for an injury that I had as well. So that wasn't the anxiety. I learned that lesson because I think I did it and I had it indoors in the first set or something. So it's weird, like when I'm on the tennis court is probably the place I'm least anxious in a way. You know, I feel great when I'm on the tennis court. So I've learned a lot about, you know, my body, sometimes as tennis players we have to take on so much fluid, and my stomach's quite sensitive. So sometimes I get a lot of tummy problems, and that causes me to, you know, throw up almost. But no, I mean, look, I think it will be an experience for me for sure. I don't know what to expect, but I feel confident. I feel happy. You know, I've had a lot of experiences this year where I'm playing Australians in Australia and Frenchies in France, and you know, there's not been many places where I've got like the crowd with me. So that would be nice to hopefully be at home and have the crowd with me. And you know, I feel like I'm still playing amazing tennis, and let's see what I can do there.
Jack, do you feel it's the kind of loss that could linger, or do you think you're pretty good at moving on from disappointment?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hurting, like for sure. I'm really disappointed. You know, I had an opportunity today and I missed my opportunity for sure. You know, I struggle to put things in perspective, but I think I am proud of the effort that I've done on the clay. I think I've really improved. I think last year I was leaving here, first round loss, being 40 in the world, and very disappointed with my tennis and not sure, you know, where I was going with it. And this year I'm leaving number 5 in the world. I've made the 4th round. I'm playing consistently really good tennis week in, week out. And yeah, I mean, I always use the lessons from my losses. I always use the fuel and the hurt to better myself. And yeah, it will take a couple of days probably to get over it, but I will, and I'll move on, and I'll keep on getting better.